I'm Steve Kramer, the Kramer Law Firm. I'm a Florida criminal defense attorney, and today we're going to talk about what I look for when I meet with you to talk about your criminal defense case. What do we look for when we're going to take on a case? The first thing we want to know are the facts. What happened? And we want to get into some of the details that matter to us because they could affect your case. The next thing we want to know is the law. How did things happen, and did they result in your being guilty of a crime, arguably? Did the facts satisfy the legal elements of the crime with which you were charged? See, legal elements are, you have to satisfy, the state has to prove these elements to show that you did a crime. So the old common law rule for burglary was, it had to have been the entry of a dwelling to commit a felony after dark, right? So you had to satisfy each of those criteria to be guilty of the crime of burglary. And that's why we want to look at the facts and apply them to the law. The next thing we want to look at is the police. How were they behaving? How did they conduct their investigation? Were you interrogated without being read your Miranda rights? Were you advised of your right to remain silent? This is going to really matter, because if you gave a confession or an admission or a statement, I drank 6 beers before I got in the car and drove, officer, or yes, that's my wife's blood on my hands, or whatever the admission was, and you weren't read your rights, then we may be able to suppress the evidence against you. That means get the confession thrown out or get the tainted evidence, because what we consider that is illegal evidence. Under the Constitution, you have certain rights, and what we're here to do is protect your rights under the Constitution so that you get the defense that you're entitled to as our forefathers envisioned. Now, the next thing we're looking for is client expectations. We want to make sure that we're on the same page. We want to make sure that what you want out of this case is in line with what we're able to provide you, because we never want to overpromise. We always want to underpromise and overdeliver so that you're satisfied, so that you feel like you got somebody going to bat for you and that we're on the same page. And the fifth thing that you need to understand is, how will this charge affect your future? You've got to know that. You've got to know what you're dealing with, because before trial we may have an opportunity to engage in a plea negotiation. And it may affect just the way we handle the case or how seriously you take this case. You should know these issues. So, why am I telling you this? Because if you're facing a criminal charge, you probably have a whole lot of questions. And we have answers because we deal with this stuff every day. So call me, we can talk about it. Call me at the number below, and I'd love to discuss your case with you. Also, if you're watching this video on Facebook or YouTube, go ahead and click the like button below. That way your friends and family can benefit from the information that I'm sharing with you right now. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Steve Kramer, the Kramer Law Firm.